Okay, so 2 weeks and 1 day, I finally got the 3D printer. This is the packaging. It's almost as tall as me. So let's open it. Okay, I'm gonna need a knife. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put the 3D printer. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up right here so that I don't have to move it after the video.
Okay, now it's
okay. It's on.
it's on.
Okay, so what does blinking blue mean? It's breathing. It's booting. It's booting up, people. Woohoo!
Booting.
Okay, so my computer is loaded up. So we go up here to machines, set up new machine. I'm going to set it up with Wi-Fi. Okay. Cannot detect Flux Delta. Please choose Flux Delta in your Wi-Fi list. Okay. I will follow your commands. Okay, is there a Flux Delta in the Wi-Fi list? Oh, there it is. Connect. Enter the security key. How am I? That's probably in the manual, actually. Okay. Okay, finally, after 20 minutes of trying to find the Wi-Fi password, the Wi-Fi password is Flux-Delta, so yay. It looks like something's happening in Flux Studio. So, I guess it's connecting. So this is great, finally. So, I don't want this to happen to you. So, if you get this printer, the password is Flux-Delta. So, now I'll tell you when something else happens. Okay, after all this time, I realized that it was already connected. So, right here, Flux 3D printer. So, that's great. So, I'm going to go find my first 3D print, import it, and I'll get a time lapse of it 3D printing. So I guess a 3D print is for, so you have a book smaller than this normally, and you have to use 2 hands to hold it. But with this, you only need 1 hand because it holds both pages out. So that's my first 3D print, or technically my second. But yeah, so it works. The 3D print quality is pretty good. Can barely see the layer lines. Little to no stringing going on. So overall, would I say you should get this 3D printer? I'm going to test it some more and tell you in a couple seconds. Okay guys, it's been around 3 days and I have moved the printer downstairs and the software comes with a built-in camera, so I'm monitoring the print right now. And I've printed probably 10 things and only one of them has failed right here. And the only reason that this failed was because I printed it and there was nothing for it to stick onto. So it's unstuck from the bed, I guess. And this was on overnight, so I couldn't monitor it. And it just turned into this. So it's my only failed print. And right now I'm reprinting what failed. Let's talk about pros and cons. Some pros are that the minimum printing height is 0.05 and the maximum printing height is 0.3. And for those of you who don't know, 0.05 are extremely thin layer lines, so it won't even look like a 3D print. Another pro is that it is a Delta design, so you have a very high printing space, but not wide printing space, and it's way faster with Delta. Another pro is great customer support. I've had to contact them a couple times, and they resolved the issue right away. It has Wi-Fi and a built-in camera so that you can monitor your prints. It has a good price for what it can do, and it also has 6 functions. See the description for more details. Some cons are, since there's magnetic connection joints on the tool head, the tool head could fall off. Out of my 30 prints that I've done, this only happened twice to me. So there's nothing to worry about here. If it happens to you, that's probably because something went wrong that you did. Okay. You have to have Wi-Fi to print, so that's another con. If your Wi-Fi is down and you want to print something, it won't work. But if you start the printer and your Wi-Fi somehow turns off, it will still continue printing. But if your Wi-Fi is off when you start printing, you're out of luck because it has no SD card slot. So now let's get to the point. Should you buy this printer? For its price and what it can do, I would say yes, but it all depends on what you're printing. If you're just if 3D printing's your hobby and you just want to print things, yes, this is a great printer for you. But if you want a professional printer that is like amazing, then this is probably not the option for you. You can probably get a way better printer. As well, I think this is really worth to note. The printer was fully assembled in the box. In fact, there was little to absolutely no assembly required. So, yeah, a lot of other printers are like DIY printers. You have to assemble everything, like completely everything, and they take a couple hours to assemble. But this one came fully assembled. Leave any questions in the comments below. I will definitely answer them, and out.